Hey guys, welcome to this unseen episode for Raw, and we've got quite a bit to go through. There's quite a bit that's played out on social media and away from what you saw on the actual broadcast. Most notably, and we're going to get into the big story here, the Iron Claw film premiere. And look at this right here. We've got John Cena and MJF. This is the image that's doing the rounds. I saw it shared by Sean Ross Sapp, and a big thank you to everyone that was on the stream that let us know about this. We looked at it on the stream. We've put it out on the channel, but there are other images as well. You can see this one here that's John Cena, Baron Corbin, and Liv Morgan. So all of those guys meeting up, which is kind of cool. We got another one, another forbidden door. Here is MJF and Baron Corbin. The person taking the picture, Lana CJ Perry, taking the image of an NXT star and an AEW star meeting up at this Iron Claw film premiere. Of course, the Iron Claw film is based on the life of the Von Erich family. MJF is in that film, but this is why there's such a strong wrestling presence there. And the John Cena MJF picture, of course, doing the rounds and getting people talking. Moving on, this also got people talking. This wasn't unseen. This was very much seen, and it was amazing. I think this is one of the segments of the year. I'm really not someone that tends to get too carried away, kind of hype things up that are average and make them out to be amazing. I just genuinely thought this was amazing. Edge of the seat, compelling stuff, didn't know where it was going to go, didn't know how far they were going to go. They gave us a lot more than what I was expecting. And for me, it all delivered. It was absolutely captivating stuff. The reason why we're talking about it though on this show is because there have been some similarities drawn between this promo and a promo made between Hangman and CM Punk. Shout out to Big Time Baxter for bringing this to my attention. What I'm going to say is I've watched both of these clips. They're only 15 seconds long. There's nothing to this. In my opinion, there's nothing to this. Basically, Seth is talking about how this is his house, and basically that's the same thing that Hangman is saying as well. One in WWE, of course, the other promo in AEW, and people saying, look at these similarities. I think if you want to find similarities, you're going to find them. There's been so many promos that CM Punk has cut. So many promos that it's going to be easy to find comparisons. Obviously, the Hangman promo was obviously massive because this is kind of where the brawl out situation came from. So could there be just a little reference in there on purpose? Could it just be that Seth is just having a little bit of fun? Maybe, but to me, there's really not really that much here. You know, CM Punk has been talking about coming back home with WWE, so of course, home and houses is something that Seth is going to be speaking about. So this is gaining traction. People like to find these little links and see these connections. For me, there's really not much here, but make of that as you will. You know, you can all make your own minds up on that. As well as this was great. So when CM Punk was talking about where he was going to go, Dijak tweeted this out and said, if CM Punk signs with NXT, I'll give everyone who likes this tweet $500. And he got a lot of likes on that tweet, to the point where obviously CM Punk signs with Raw, and so Dijak came out and said, well, I'll have to spend this 750 grand elsewhere. What was really great is Andre Chase of NXT came in and went, well, I know a place, because obviously he's in financial trouble at the moment, so he really needs the money. So Andre Chase was like, well, look, if the money's going, I know a place that you could spend it. So I thought that was a good little thing that played out on social media. It was quite clear CM Punk was not choosing NXT. One of the other things that was not unseen but hidden in the background, another Nikki Cross spottage. We were looking for these. Obviously, she's been popping up in the background for a long time. This isn't the most exciting thing in the world. But what is random is the fact that she sent a message out on X saying 'tis the season. And look at this. This is her in Christmas mode. I mean, I know that kayfabe is dead, but I mean, are we going too far here? In a way, I did wonder, does this make it scarier? The fact that she's being all dark and moody on the show, and then on social media, it's all Christmas time. I don't know. I don't know how people are going to feel on this one. Maybe it makes it even scarier. But her sending out 'tis the season, being wrapped up in this glittery outfit, kind of goes a little bit against what we're seeing on Raw from her character. But as I said, maybe that makes it a bit spookier. We also got this from Brandi in reaction to the Cody main event tonight. I mean, shots fired. Brandi Rhodes coming out saying Nakamura dumb. Nakamura dumb. Misting Cody. Obviously, that's going to lead to a rematch, you would imagine. And I think that's what Brandi Rhodes is referencing here. You know, you made a mistake by doing that, because it's only going to make things a lot worse for Nakamura, as we're sure to get a rematch, as we said. Then on Raw Talk, we got Miz. Obviously, he's got a big opportunity. Talking of rematches, he's going to be having a rematch against Gunther. Really interesting. Gunther says you can have your rematch, but if you lose, you will never compete for this title whilst I'm champion. And Miz agreed to that stipulation. Really interesting stuff. Is there a chance that The Miz is going to win? Is there a chance The Miz wins? I think there is. I think there is. Just a chance. I don't think he's favourite. I think that Gunther retains, but I think there is a chance. Miz is trying to kind of relaunch himself, rebrand himself as a face. And actually, this Raw Talk segment, he was talking about how this has set a new tone for The Miz, how he's been booed out of this building, Cleveland. And he says, like, the support he got, like, this is just putting him in a new direction. And he said to Gunther, there is more in my bag of tricks than you saw last time. So send in a message that there is more to me than what you saw before. Could he get the win? It would be massive for him if he did. If we are going to rebrand and relaunch The Miz, a win over Gunther would be absolutely huge. So there is a chance. I don't think he does it, but there is a chance. It's worth mentioning that Drew was saying similar. He's got a shot for the title. We found out, of course, so this was mentioned on the show, that the 1st of January is Monday, and it's going to be a Raw, and it's going to be a day one edition of Raw. It was actually suggested by Wrestle with Andy in our live stream, and then they went and announced it on the actual show. So it's crazy. Yeah, there's going to be a day one, like, special edition of Raw. So I would imagine that show is going to be really built up. It's going to have a lot going on for it. Drew is going to have a title shot coming up against Seth, and he is saying, like, it's his time. He's going to win it in front of the fans, and he's really hyped for it. So I don't think he wins it. I'm not expecting him to win it, but what if, like, CM Punk costs Seth the title or something? Like, you know, that's going to just add to their feud. So there's some really interesting things going on at the moment. I don't know if this was interesting. I love Kayden and Katana. They're saying it's their time. They've got a shot for the women's tag titles next week on Raw. But the reason I was a little bit down on this segment is because if you didn't see it, Byron Saxton was dancing. We got a dance. I mean, he's got some moves, in all fairness to him. But Byron Saxton shaking those hips as he was dancing away backstage with Kayden and Katana. This being shown on this week's Raw Talk. And as far as I know, that was pretty much all the major unseen things from this week's Raw. Let me know your thoughts about this week's Raw down in the comments below. Really appreciate the support and people checking out the channel, checking out those LOL videos, joining us for the live streams. And I think this could be a fun new series that we bring as well. These unseen like tweets and little backstage clips, and kind of just just sharing a few thoughts on Raw as well. For those that maybe didn't join our live stream, I'm going to score it. This week's Raw, I'm giving it an 8. I thought it was one of the best Raws that I saw this year. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Bye for now.